Good morning. Good morning. I know you guys hate the window in the back. I wonder if I close the curtains. Hold on, let me try something. New setup. Let's see. I know it's kind of dark in here. I've got to figure out the lighting situation. I'm wearing my workout clothes and a sweatshirt because I'm pretending it's fall. Apparently, I'm in fall mode. Hi, Greg. Good morning. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Myrna. Good morning, Susan. Hi. It's Saturday. I am in the beach room. See the shark up there? Isn't that funny? I don't know where I got that, but this is Asher's room when he's home from college. And then when he goes back to college, we turn it into the beach room. This is a painting my grandfather did right here. I like it. I think it's cool. I really want to get it framed. And then my husband has his recording equipment set up because he's working on a demo for another record. I don't know if you guys know this. My husband's a musician. Have I talked about that? I feel like I have, but I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, he's a musician. And so he gets into these writing fits and like it's just all consuming. He gets really inspired by something. And then before you know it, he's writing songs. And that whole process is just fascinating to me because I don't understand how anyone writes a song. Like, I just don't get it. But, he'll come. He always has like little studios set up in our house somewhere. When we first got married, it was the laundry room. And he would write music in the laundry room while the kids were sleeping and when the kids were little and stuff. And so that was always fun. But yeah, so that's his kind of side deal. And he had an opportunity at one point to go do, big things with music. And he really chose family life and other things like, church life, family life over the musician world, which is kind of a rough world. We have quite a few friends in that live that lifestyle, and it's very hard on families. We have a lot of, friends and acquaintances that are divorced, and the touring life is hard. He had at one point he had some people from some big name, record labels talk to him and the band about, touring, and they said really it's a 3-month on, 1 month off situation. And we were all married, had kids at that point. And so they just decided that they're just gonna make records. And so that's what they've done. And I think this will be like their 6th record that they're starting to look at working on. And my husband has some solo stuff out. So that's kind of the deal with that. Thankfully, they have people that will work with them and put music out for them. And so they, have those opportunities to make music, which is really a great opportunity. And I don't think they really care if they have a huge audience or not. But I don't know why I'm talking about this. I think probably because I'm sitting in here with his stuff and he is off having coffee. He had somebody text him, one of our friends text him and say, "Hey, I have an offer for you. Meet me for coffee." Um, they're talking about bringing, my husband's in a documentary film about this whole situation. And so they're talking about bringing the documentary film to like a film festival here. And I think that that's what they're talking to him about this morning. I don't know. Who knows? He always has like these little interesting side artsy things going on. Meanwhile, I like to eat. He writes records and I like to cook and gain weight. So yeah, I'm having coffee this morning. I have in it some pumpkin cheesecake, sugar-free stuff because it's Saturday morning and I wanted coffee. And I'm pretending it's fall, so I have to move this out of here before he gets back. My fall candle. This one's from last year. It's called Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. I think he is already over the fall situation with me. I was just watching Diaries, Daniela's Diaries. If you haven't seen her channel, I've been kind of exploring like new channels on YouTube. People that I've been subscribed to for a while, but just didn't watch that much because they weren't really eating the same way that I was eating and whatever. And oh, Tamsin, you have film festivals as well. Yeah, there's big film festivals, and the movie has already made its way all over the country. It hasn't, it's come to the city that's 2 hours from us, but it hasn't come to our specific city. And there's a film festival in the spring that they're talking about bringing it to. But anyway, I digress. So, yeah, I've been watching some new channels and having fun with that. I've really been having a lot of fun with that. Jess over at Journey to Healthy, I've been watching a lot of her stuff, and then I've been watching Daniela and just really enjoying kind of their ideas, and they're very motivating, and so that's been really fun. I do want to report to you all. Guess what came in the mail yesterday? Dun, 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 dun. I had to write Gus an apology letter on eBay. So if you watched my live from a couple days ago, I had ordered this camera. It's the Canon SX730HS for vlogging. This is what it looks like. I have it out. I'm so excited. It has a flip screen right there. So when you're vlogging, you just turn it around and pray that you don't drop it. It does have a little wrist thing. So I've made a commitment to myself to have the wrist thing on my wrist. But it's really, really very, very cool. So you turn on, it has a zoom on it, and you can see me. It's very cool. And then you just flip it down and you can turn it the other way. And it hooks up via Wi-Fi. So you can actually load the pictures and the video onto your cell phone, which is cool. And then it also has a SD card. It has a rechargeable battery. And I got a good deal on it on eBay. That's why I bought it on eBay, was because I paid like $280, and it, ranges somewhere. This is, I think, a year or two old maybe. And I think it can go up to like $400. And so I had saved money to do the camera thing. And next month is my birthday. So this is sort of my birthday thing. And you guys know that my vlogging camera that I've been using for the past 2 years is not always predictable and reliable. So I've had a lot of things corrupt off of there. So it's no bueno. Hi, Carolyn. Let's see who else is on here. Christina. Christina says all her daughter heard was that I said I like to eat. Yep, that's the truth. So hi, Jen. How are you this morning? Hi, Nancy. Hi, Angie. Hi, Christina De Silva. Did I already say hi? Yes, I did. Sorry, Christina. I'm not quite with it yet. So the plan for this is to do some vlogging on here and then edit it on the iMac. So I'm going to see how that goes. We're going to try it out. I vlogged yesterday. I totally forgot to close the vlog at the end of yesterday. But last night we made a keto cheesecake, and we made keto pepperoni pizza. So last night I had cheesecake and pizza. Here's the thing, you guys. You shouldn't be eating when you're not hungry on this. And I was not hungry for dinner. Like, I literally was not hungry. And the whole idea is to burn the extra like this instead of the keto pizza, right? Like, we want to burn this off, right? So I got up this morning. My nail popped off this morning. I got up this morning, and my husband, God bless him. I love him so much. He had 2 cheat days this week where he ate like carby stuff. And he's down to 2, or not 2, he's down to 159. I'm not even getting on the scale because I cannot mentally handle it. Like, I can't handle it, you guys. I that's probably the one thing, is I almost feel like, because I'm very competitive, like I feel like I'm in competition with him, and I can't compete with that. Sir, this is not fair. So definitely he feels like his tummy is going down. Although this morning he said all of that cheese that we had last night his stomach was not feeling great. So I'm excited for him. I think he only wants to lose maybe 1 or 2 more pounds and then kind of tone up. But this last week he had, like a real hamburger type meal, and then he went out for Greek food and had pita and the hummus and all that good stuff. So and then he was up like the following days, and then so I think he kind of carb cycled. If you guys know what that is, sometimes if you have a cheat day, the next day you will, or the next couple of days, if you get back on track, you'll go down a little bit. It's almost like fooling your body. I just finished a book that was fantastic. If you all are interested in reading about this way of eating, it is called Keto. Let me see if I can get by Maria. Sorry, I'm trying to pull it up on my Kindle because I read it on my Kindle. Emmerich, I believe is her last name. So definitely recommend. It's called Keto, The Complete Guide to the Ketogenic Diet by Maria Emmerich. And I'll post a link down below after this. It was really, really great. And she gives some very simple 7-day eating plans at the end. It's getting darker in here, isn't it? I wonder if there's a setting for that. There probably is. I'm sorry it's so dark. I've got to fix all that. So she gives a great, easy 7-day eating menu at the end of it that is like, it's not complex recipes or anything like that. Oh, now we have more light. Okay, I don't know what's happening. If there's anybody on here that wants to moderate for me, let me know so I don't have to moderate for myself because I don't enjoy that very much. Because it's very distracting. So, yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about iTrack Bites and Carb Manager today and kind of what I'm thinking. And I will tell you, I have both apps loaded on my phone, and I've been tracking between the two of them. And here's kind of what I like and what I don't like. If you all were not aware, iTrack Bites does have a keto application section. And you would just go to your little wheel down here, and you probably can't see it, but you're going to select keto under the weight loss plan tab. So when you do that, you can set it up manually or you can set it up based on like what they recommend. And I really, really like iTrack Bites. But here is what I realized after finishing this book last night. iTrack Bites only tracks net carbs. And a lot of the experts in keto suggest that you track whole carbs. And I need to be doing that. So Carb Manager does. It shows you not only the net carbs, it also shows you whole carbs. So why am I not enjoying Carb Manager? That's sort of the question. Shelly, thank you. Shelly, are you let me see. Are you a moderator? You are now. I hope that's what you meant. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate it. I love it. I love the smack the head emoji. That's like my favorite one. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I officially made you a moderator over on this computer. So everyone say thank you to Shelly. So the only thing I'm not liking about Carb Manager is number one, it's a 2-step process to get into your tracker. So you have to hit plus and then you have to hit scan, or you have to hit plus and then you have to search. And I feel like the search is not as convenient as the iTrack Bites. I feel like iTrack Bites has maybe a better library in the pro section. And then also there's a lot of categories. So you have breakfast, you have lunch, you have dinner, you have snack 1, snack 2, snack 3, and the supplements and exercise all on this page. And so I kind of prefer the way that iTrack Bites has that set up. You only have 3 sections and a snack. And when you're doing intermittent fasting, you're not using all those extra sections. So it's like things will pop into sections that you didn't want them to pop into. And maybe there's a way to modify that, but I have not figured that out. The other difference that I'm noticing is that iTrack Bites has a great community section. I'm not really finding that on Carb Manager, although you can find community in lots of other places. I realize that. Carb Manager has a lot of recipes, and so I'm loving the Carb Manager recipes. I kind of feel like at this point I'm going to be, utilizing both apps in different ways, which I wish I could get everything in one app. Like I wish I could design my own app, right? So I'm just not that savvy, apparently. Um, so moving forward, it looks like I'm going to be using Carb Manager as of last night, although I have been on the fence and this whole week have missed iTrack Bites only because it's tracking my total carbs. And apparently, I need to track my total carbs. So let me know what you guys think about that if you're doing keto and if you're using Carb Manager. I was kind of going through different vloggers and people that do track, and a lot of people use Carb Manager. And I was like, I wonder why, and not my Fitness Pal or something else. I'm way past, I tried my Fitness Pal for calorie tracking. And if you don't pay for the upgrade, it's really kind of clunky and you have to, click in lots of different areas to get to where you want to go. So I'm not using my Fitness Pal. So at this point, I'm trying to stay because I think I have metabolic issues from what I've read. I'm trying to stay around 20 grams of total carbs or less. And then I'm really trying to get my calories down. I am finding that I'm not going up in weight, like I can just tell from my clothes and stuff. And I feel like less bloated, but I'm not significantly going down in weight. And I think it's my calories. My calories are too high, and I need to burn off the fat on my body. So that's another sort of consideration is if you're taking in a lot of extra, healthy fats, your body's not going to use your fat stores. And so you kind of have to think about that. Tamsin, I don't know if Carb Manager has an online site besides their tracker. I have not seen one. It wouldn't surprise me if they did have something like that. But as far as I know, it's not very fleshed out. I haven't seen like a big community site or anything like that. So if you're trying to find a app to use for keto and you don't want to pay for both iTrack Bites and Carb Manager, you might want to look at Carb Manager first. It kind of depends on your goals. I know a lot of people out on YouTube that I've been watching, they don't track and they do something called lazy or dirty keto. And I feel like maybe at some point that would be great to get away from tracking. But at this point, I need to figure out what I'm doing. This is actually a pretty extensive learning process. Hi, Foodie Mother Runner. Tracy says Carb Manager is not as easy to use. Yes, the Lose It app will let you see for carbs or net carbs. Oh, really? And you can view calories easily. I look at all three, but track with Lose It. That is very interesting. So Tracy, I will look into that. Can you let me know? Is there another like fee for Lose It? Is Lose It free? I would love to know about a little bit more about Lose It, so I can look into that for sure. Jen uses the free Carb Manager app. And Jen, I believe you've been pretty successful with all of this. So anyway, we will see. I guess this week I'll check out the Lose It app and let you guys know what I think. That's very interesting. I hadn't heard anything about Lose It app. And the people that I'm seeing that are successful are doing a lot of this lazy kind of keto thing. I don't know that Shelly's home life, I think she tracks from what I've seen. Kim at Keto Connect, I believe that she tracks. But I know Keto Jinja, she does lazy keto. And then Lauren Brazy, I believe she does lazy keto. Those are all people that have lost significant amounts of weight and kind of are, people to look at. And it seems like a lot of like Dr. Berg and Dr. Barry and Thomas DeLauer, they all advocate for tracking, especially, when you've just started doing this. Although I've been watching a lot of Dr. Barry because you guys suggested him. And he talks a lot about, when you're starting this, not worrying about portion sizes, worrying about like what you're consuming and that your carbs are low and that you're eating to satiety, that you're, satisfied after you finish eating. And so I've been watching him this week. It's a lot to kind of get this under your belt, but I feel so much better that it's worth it to me. My energy is so much better. I'm not sleeping as long. So, one thing that the book I finished last night suggested was Progest cream. So, I'm going to look into that today. I'm going to go to the health food store and try to find some progesterone cream. She recommends, if you're older, and I'll be 47 next month, premenopausal or menopausal, that can help with sleeping at night. And I've had that problem way before this whole keto situation. And I definitely don't want to take sleeping pills for that. So I'm going to go try that. And I know you all want to hear about my supplements. I'm taking all kinds of supplements, but I have been for a while. So I will talk about that here on my channel at some point. I have to take you into my pantry, which I just reorganized my pantry. So it looks like a little keto pantry. I love it. Everything in there is keto friendly, except for I have some contraband in a couple different places for potlucks at church because, although last week I did make a keto potluck. I made a breakfast casserole and it went so quickly. People gobbled that up and they were like, "What was that?" And I told them, I'm like, "Oh, it was a keto-friendly breakfast casserole." And I do have several friends at church that are doing sort of low carb, that sort of thing. And a couple of them said that they really enjoyed it. So, Tracy, yes, keto ginger is great. Very inspiring for sure. Myrna wants to know about the progesterone cream. Right. And remember, Myrna, that I'm not a doctor, so I'm not telling anybody to use progesterone cream. Please, do your own research on that. But I will let you know how I do on it. Veronica, hi, Veronica, is talking about, oh, who's diabetic? Wait, Veronica, your sister started keto last year. She's lost 60 pounds. She's diabetic. She was taken off of her insulin because of her weight loss. Your mom just started it at the end of June and she's already lost 16 pounds. I love keto. That is amazing. I keep hearing stories like this. And I promise if you guys read, some information, read some books on this, it will blow your mind. Like my mind has been blown. Um, there's a lot of information about the obesity epidemic in our country and kind of what that has stemmed from, and this emphasis on non-fat. They've actually traced that with studies that that's sort of the impetus for a lot of our problems right now. Because in the 1900s, people were still eating fat, and now everything is low fat, non-fat, blah, blah, blah. So I would recommend, if you're at all interested in this, do your research before you start it. But the things that I've read have been amazing. And I've been trying to correlate that with the evidence because, I like that. So I've been looking a lot at different studies and things and just trying to implement this for myself because I want to be healthier. So I definitely want to get healthy, you guys. That's the whole goal. I've been working out this week. So I've been trying not to eat in the morning. I've been doing like a fasting window until lunchtime. And I've just been drinking tea. I went and got some more teas that I enjoy. And I've been working out in that window in the morning. And that seems to be going well. I haven't been hungry. So it's been great. I haven't been hungry, but I still like to eat. So that is the area that I have to work on, especially if something tastes good. I don't know. Kathy, yes, the food industry is what pushed low fat on us, right? Yeah. Pat says people were also much more active in their daily life. Yes, Pat, exactly. I think that has a huge part to play. It's not just our diet, but it's also activity. I mean, I'm very sedentary as opposed to last year even. Last night we watched the cutest movie, you guys. It was called The Little Big Farm, I think, and it's all about a farm in California. It's a documentary on this farm called Apricot Lane Farms. It was so good. I cried and cried, you guys. I would definitely recommend. If you like documentaries, it was so good. We watched that last night. Um, so Tamsin says, with lower carbs, I have that inwardly sticky blah feeling go away. And with more carbs, I have a sticky like feeling inside my body, if that makes sense. That's very interesting. I just noticed an increased energy. Like I have a lot more energy. My thinking is a lot clearer. My mood is a lot more stable. And I just completed week 5 of getting the carbs and sugar out. So they say that it can take from 2 weeks to 6 weeks to get keto adapted, which is where you burn the ketones and the fat instead of other things. I'm probably not explaining that very well. Remember, I'm not an expert. I'm total newbie. So, Little Big Farm. Yes, Jen, you would love it. Go watch that movie. You would love it. It's just fantastic. If you're interested in farming, and they talk a lot about like diversity in farming and the soil and farming and how farms have changed so much. And um, I thought it was great. My husband is a big Wendell Berry fan. I don't know if you guys know who Wendell Berry is, but he's always talked about wanting a farm. And then we watched that last night and he's like, yeah, I always think I would love a farm. And then I watch, the work involved. And plus he's such a softie when it comes to animals. I just, I think he would be like just devastated probably 90% of the time because he's such a softie. Like they get really attached to the movie. They get attached to some of their animals, and I could see him getting attached. And in a farm environment, you can't get that attached to your animals for sure. Hi, Dorothy. Jen, thank you. I feel like I'm doing really well. I would like to see um, some more progress in the weight loss department, but I'm just taking it really slow and steady. I've been working on this all year, you guys, reading things and thinking about my mindset, and I have faith that it's going to work out. Um, I'm not very patient for sure. Thanks, Tamsin. Tamsin says I have a spirit of sunshine, even though it's really dark in here. Again, I apologize for the dark stuff. I've got to get some lighting. I'm trying to do this, like, not just throw money at things, because this is a hobby for me, right? And this is a way to get support. And so all of these things cost money, like lighting and cameras and stuff. So I'm really trying to just do it slowly and save my money for it. So all right, guys. I just want to talk about that. Let me know what you think about Carb Manager and iTrack Bites. If you're here watching me now, give me a thumbs up for my channel. That would really help me. It helps my channel kind of stick around in the search engines and all that stuff. And I would really appreciate it. And thank you for staying subscribed to me, to my Weight Watchers buddies. I really appreciate your support. And oh, I got you, Tamsin. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for sticking with me. And I'm going to try to vlog this week on my new camera. So we'll see how that goes. I have a vlog. I'm going to try to put it up from tomorrow, and I'll show you my husband cooking last night. It was so funny. He was running all over the kitchen making this pizza. I think he was so excited about the pizza. But anyway, stay in orbit, you guys. And I will have a 6,000 subscriber giveaway here at some point. I'm trying to organize the things for that. I'm going to be giving away a couple things from the Stay in Orbit merchandise that I have access to. And so that's coming up. It will be very much health centered and not WW or keto centric in terms of the theme. So stay tuned for that. And let me know what you would like to see in the giveaway, and maybe I'll add what you would like. I know everybody wants money, so $1 million would be great, wouldn't it? For sure. Christina, thank you for watching. Dawn, thank you so much. It's really not about what I've done. It's just I have people out there that are supporting me. So thanks for all your support, guys. I know you've had to hang with me through a bunch of silliness. Dorothy, yes, Gus came through. And listen, Gus, if you're watching, I don't think Gus is watching. My camera came in 2 days, and so I put a glowing review for Gus because poor Gus only has an 80% satisfaction rating over on eBay. So something happened to Gus at some point. But I put a glowing review. I wrote him a thank you note, and he wrote back. He's from Brooklyn, and he was like, I could imagine his voice. It was like, yeah, whatever. I'm glad you got it. Whatever. However you sound if you're from Brooklyn. If you're from Brooklyn, I'm sorry. That was my bad imitation. So, oh, Barbara would like a gift card to TJ Maxx. Okay, Barbara, I'm gonna go for that one for sure. Dawn says she doesn't have a TJ Maxx. Well, Barbara, what am I gonna do? What if Dawn wins? We'll figure something out, you guys. Okay. Bye. Maybe Amazon. Amazon gift card? That would be kind of fun because then you guys could order if you want a book or a product or something like that you see over here on YouTube. Tamsin wants an Aldi's card. I love it. All right, Pat, I will see you again soon. Thanks, guys. All right, let me see how to get out of this thing. Have a good Saturday. Stay in orbit, right? Bye.